bias.
Okay, this is probably going to be mostly a Q&A kind of deal, asking questions about how to break into internet reviewing, because we're lazy and we didn't prepare anything. Well, we can share our infinite wisdom with you in this regard, but if you have any other kind of questions, feel free to ask. Hopefully, maybe, not.
Well, here, hold on. Well, why don't I start out, what we should probably do is just sort of give our backstories real quick. I mean, just like how we got into it. I, like a lot of people that, for the most part, maybe on the internet, just started off doing it as a hobby. And it was something I started off doing with 5-second movies, where, for those who don't know, I just take clips from movies and condense them down to like 5 seconds. Like Titanic would be, this ship can't sink, and then plot sinks. And those go down really big because I did like Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, and Star Trek movies and stuff like that, and people are constantly Googling that stuff. They're constantly looking it up on YouTube. So anything that people are constantly looking up, I would recommend that you try to find some way to tie it into that, because that's really what started with me. I mean, in fact, I wasn't even on camera. I never had a script or anything. It was just editing. But the crowd kept getting bigger and bigger, and so I got, I sort of said to myself, I wonder if I'm still funny, like if I can, tell jokes, the basic comedian and stuff. So I started doing Nostalgia Critic and a few sketches, and sure enough, people really, really liked it. And just kept making them, not a ton, like one a month, I mean, but very few. But the audience kept growing, and I kept getting kicked off of YouTube over and over for copyright infringement. But just find creative ways around it. Like I asked him, I said, why'd you kick me out? Well, because you can't have, if you have 2 videos that are taken off, this was back then, you had 2 videos that are taken off, we can't get rid of your channel. Oh, okay, well, the 2 videos that got kicked off, like Shrek 2 and Edward Scissorhands in 5 seconds. Just like, oh, okay, came back out, just didn't upload those. Well, eventually, I think, like, Star Wars in 5 seconds got taken down, and the same thing, it's like, there goes the channel. So what am I going to do? So I decided to make a channel for every single one of my videos. And then I had one channel that had no copyrighted stuff on there. It was just a video of me saying, hey, if you want to see 5-second movies in Nostalgia Critic, go to my favorite section. They're all under there, and they all have their own channel. So technically, they wouldn't be able to get rid of it technically. So, but then as it got bigger and bigger, Mike Machad, CEO of Channel Awesome, he came around and said, I'm looking to start this company here. I think you got the numbers, you got great talent. We'd love to use you as sort of this way, get people to, hey, told me this idea, what he's looking to do, and said, sounds great. But yet, this back in the day, I'm like, you can't make money on the internet. Nobody's making money on the internet. and sure enough, he found a way. We went to Blip, and we had the numbers, and Blip, TV loves us. They really like us a lot. So, and the ads go up and down, but as long as we have a big backlog of videos, it definitely keeps us afloat. So, I think since James Rolfe did a video saying, hey, this is the Nostalgia Critic, and that everybody knew who I was, by that point, that's when YouTube came in and actually took down every single channel. But the good news to that is that really forced me to, say, okay, no more YouTube. I gotta just totally dedicate to the site. And unless you're a partner with YouTube, YouTube is good at getting the people, but at some point you need to make that cut. Unless you're a partner with them. Always get that, so you got your own thing set up. But you can use YouTube for like a trailer for your thing or something, or maybe show the video you uploaded like a few months later. But if you really want to make money, if you want to make a living at this, at some point you're going to have to make that separation. Again, unless you're fortunate enough to get a partnership with them. So, that's pretty much my very long-winded backstory. So, what's your story?
I decided to copy the Angry Video Game Nerd. I started off doing text reviews in the style of Acme Booth or Jabutu's movie reviews. And I was doing that for about a year or two. And I liked doing them. I thought it allowed me to be creative, allowed me to keep writing, allowed me to actually do something with my, love of comic book. But they took a while to write, didn't really have much to do with them. I just started, okay, instead of doing one every week, I'll do once every month. And then once in a blue moon. Then I discovered this guy. My first video of his was the Batman and Robin review, and eventually it got around to where he did the Ask That Guy contest, and I decided, okay, I'll do an entry into the Ask That Guy contest, and that was Ask That Guy with the Hat. And yeah. And I had so much fun making that I decided, okay, how can I do this with comic books? How can I make comic book reviews with this? And it was fortunate because at the time, my aunt had just gotten married, and we had used a my family had put together the wedding album for them, the kind of wedding DVD for them, and a lot of that was a bunch of pictures, just kind of zooming in and out in what we like to call the Ken Burns effect. And we used a program called Microsoft Photo Story, and I thought, this is it. This is how I can do this. This is how I can make it without just like having a still frame of a comic panel on the page, and every once in a while just zooming in and out, panning across. That works. Beautiful. And I decided just as a kind of treat to the few people who actually read the text reviews, I would do, as a special for Halloween, 2 text reviews of part of the Clone Saga of Spider-Man, and then the third video would be a video review. And it did pretty well. Well, okay. Not that great. Yeah, lighting wasn't there. I was very slow and very quiet in my delivery. It takes a while to get there. But I had so much fun doing it that I just kept on doing it. I eventually submitted, I saw that Mike Bashad was looking for new talent. I put myself on the forums, not in the blogs because I didn't know how to work the blogs at the time. And I just submitted it, and the rest is history. And eventually I got better production values, and I actually started speaking above a whisper. And I never went back. So,